Are you going to be like a lot of the prepper channels on here and be a 1980s, early 90s action movie star when SHTF happens? You going to get the girl and save the world? More than likely not. What you need to focus on is you and whoever you're going to have around you during this event. You know, we don't need to be out here in other people's business, right? Just take care of your little circle. Have what you need. Sad fact about it is you're not going to have everything you're going to need for every situation. It just doesn't happen. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's dang near impossible to have every scenario covered of what could happen, right? We're seeing a lot more of this. A lot of channels are going more like military garb and stuff like that. You know, I'm all for training and all that. But one thing, y'all know I'm not perfect health, no way, no how. You know, I'm diabetic. But at least when I'm walking, I don't sound like I'm snoring while I'm walking and talking on a video. I'm hearing that on a lot of these videos on here. If you listen to the audio, you hear them, they're out of shape. But you know, they're going to be the action hero. You'll always hear when the time comes, I'll do what's necessary. And we've discussed this. Most people won't. You know, honestly, what they'll do is they'll call the police. They call out for this person or that person to handle it, right? I mean, smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. But when is this going to happen? When is full-blown SHTF going to happen? We're hearing more and more. You know, things are ramping up over there today. In the last couple of days in Russia and Ukraine situation, China and all that. It's going to happen when we least expect it. That's when it's going to happen. We're not going to get a prior warning that something's going to break off. Think back to World War II, 9/11. Citizens didn't get a warning. The government may have had warnings before it happened, probably did. Not going to get into that conspiracy theory, but it just happened, right? And we had to deal with what happened. And that's the way this is going to be. You know, everybody thinks that the Russians are just going to, they're going to hit a button and just nuke everybody. It's not going to go that way. All this stuff that's going on is planned out. We're just not privy to the big plan that the governments are doing, right? Anybody who thinks Russia and the United States isn't talking, or Russia and China isn't talking, I don't know what to tell you. But look at how much stuff has went on to Russia in this war, police action, whatever they're calling it, right? You've got all kind of stuff happening inside, and Russia's not responded. They tell us, don't send this, don't send that. We send it anyways, right? Russia doesn't respond. They threaten it, and doesn't respond. There's some kind of deals going on here that we don't know about. We're not privy to. But when this breaks off, it's just going to happen. You're more than likely probably going to be nowhere near your preps unless you live where your preps are. And what I mean by that is you're there 24/7. More than likely you're either going to be asleep, you're going to be at work, you're going to be kids at sporting events, or something's going to be going on and you're going to have to try to get back, right? But what you need to focus on, don't worry about being the action hero. Don't worry about that. Worry about protecting yourself and the people around you. And make sure you have what y'all need for when it does happen. You know, a lot of people are not prepared at all, even with what's going on. You know why? Because they're still able to go buy a hamburger. They're still able to go to the store and buy stuff. Even though it costs more, they're still able to get it. And if it's not there, they'll just, it'll be here next week. Mind games with you, right? We've talked about gas prices being so high. Now people are happy gas is $3.50 a gallon because it's not over $4 or $5 a gallon. I know other places it's higher. I'm talking about my area. But before that, if gas got over $2.50 a gallon, people were raising Cain. It's not happening no more. Guys, this is going to happen. It's going to happen soon, I think. I mean, there is just so much stuff going on all over the world at the same time. You know, somebody eventually is going to snap and do something, right? Do I think it's going to be, well, let's just send nukes and just nuke everybody? No, I don't, because that makes no sense, because you're destroying, if it's an all-out nuclear war on every country, right, you're destroying the earth. What good is it for them to just live in their bunker until they die, right? What good is that? You know, maybe that's what they want. Who knows when it comes to politicians and rich people, right? You know, talk about something else right here right quick. I put a short up earlier today. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. I do kind of a little series called Prepping on the Cheap. Today I was able to get 3 ground augers, which is a tie down that you screw into the ground. And I got an Army stretcher. And the thing about that is, somebody asked me, what do you need a stretcher for? Well, right now it's going to double as an extra camping cot. I built a Z-frame under it and everything. And when something does happen, now we have a stretcher where we can get somebody, if we need to move them or anything like that, we now have a stretcher. Are we going to be action heroes? No, we're not. We're going to take care of our own. We're going to take care of what's in front of us, right? That's how we're going to deal with it. We're not going to be out here, running the roads, trying to clean up the whole, no. Take care of your little area. I tell you all the time, protect yourself and your family at all times. Protect what's around you. Please don't try to. And don't get me wrong. Maybe one or two of these prepper channels will be the action hero. They'll get the girl. They'll save the world. You remember the '80s movies. That could be what a lot of them happen. A lot of these channels too are going more. I don't know to call it hardcore, but they're getting more cultish. Like a cult. Like I'm not sure the right word to say. It's not really a cult. It's not a militia, but they're getting more crazy. Maybe, I don't know. We've discussed this on here too about if you're having to pay to be in a prepper mag, that's what that's about. You're paying them to just essentially not have to work. But anyways, guys, take care of what's around you. The prepping deals and stuff like that, I find them. We have a guy here that he buys storage lockers. He goes to yard sales. He's that type of person. And then he has his own little store that he sells stuff in, and that's where I find a lot of my deals. I will say that the thrift stores around here are getting more like antique prices. Used to you go up there and you get a couple pair of pants for $1, $2 a pair. Well, now they're $5, $10. I think what they're realizing is, hey, people's buying this stuff and reselling it, so we need to cut that and make our own profit, right? Which is strange because they're non-profit, but you get what I'm saying. But yard sales. We go to a lot of yard sales, and I'm starting to see a lot of people at yard sales asking more than what it would cost at the store. Like today, we stopped at a yard sale, and a guy had an old 5-gallon bucket there, and I'm thinking, I'll pick up that bucket. I'll give him $1 or $2 for it. He wanted $5 for the bucket. I'm like, I told him, I said, I can go to Walmart, I can go to Lowe's, get one cheaper than that. And he's like, well, it's a new bucket. I said, those buckets are new too. You get what I'm saying. You've got to look for the deals. They're out there. And if you're not willing to go look for them, pay the higher prices. Order your stuff online. Order from the people who say, that sell the prepper stuff you need. But the main thing is when this happens, we're not going to have a warning. It's just going to happen. Our world is going to change overnight. No, it's not going to go back. I wonder this. They're still going to want taxes. They're still going to want you to pay your taxes, your state and federal, and your property taxes and all this and that. If you ever watched the TV series Jericho, I don't know where you can watch it now, but it used to come on TV. That's a pretty good example of how I think they would do. They would try to start up another government and get taxes going again, right? Because taxes make the world go around. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. This is a little long video, and I'm sorry. But let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think you're going to be an action hero when shit hits the fan? You gonna get the girl and all that stuff, or are you like most people I know? Man, we're just gonna take care of what's around us. We're not gonna worry about the whole world's problem. We're gonna protect what's around us, and we're gonna take care of what's around us. Let me know your thoughts on this. Comment on this video. Guys, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. Stay safe and keep prepping. There's deals out there, but if you can't find them, get out and look. I know it's hard to find stuff right now, but stay safe and keep prepping.